Hi, I'm Bess.
And I'm Raphael.
And we are Two Peas in the Kitchen.
In today's video, we're going to show you how to make a tasty chicken and veggie sheet pan stir fry.
As always, we will share time-saving tips and tricks to help home cooks make easy, elegant eats.
If this sounds like exactly what you need, click on the watermark in the lower right-hand corner of the video for a free subscription to our channel. That way you won't miss any of our delicious recipes and easy-peasy tips. All right, so we have our vegetables already chopped up except for the onion. I wanted to show you a little trick. So you can use any vegetables that you want, but here we have carrot, broccoli, and red pepper, and I'm going to cut up half of a red onion that I'm going to throw in there. You're not limited to these vegetables. You can use your favorites, whatever you have in the fridge on hand. The carrots, if you do use carrots, make sure you slice them pretty thin so that everything cooks pretty evenly. You don't want, super crunchy carrots in your stir fry. So I'm going to chop up this red onion. I'm just going to slice it right down the middle like that. And this is, there's a lot of different ways to chop onions. So what you can do is I'm going to chop off this end, not the end where the roots are, but this end. And then, just a little bit like that. And then I'm going to take the peel off. This is kind of a cool way to chop onions and get nice onion slices for your stir fry. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it like this. And I'm going to make a bunch of slices this way, but not all the way through. So you're going to stop right about here, and it'll hold the onion intact. Well, not there. That one came off. But what this does is it helps prevent the onion from slipping away because it stays intact on this end. Be careful as you get to the very end. And then at the end, I'll cut off the part where the roots are, and then you have your onion. So I'm just going to break it up here.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do for our easy peasy stir fry chicken and veggies is we're going to make the sauce. Just like always, we like to do this in a mason jar. This is going to make things very easy for you, and you can just put all of the sauce ingredients right into the jar. So the first thing that we're going to put in is 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce. I'm using low sodium soy sauce. Then we're going to add in 1/4 cup of chicken broth. Next, we have 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame oil. The toasted sesame oil has a little bit of a richer flavor, but you can use regular sesame oil. This is 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. This is 2 cloves of garlic that have been minced, and I'm gonna hold that with 2 hands here and use this little spatula so we don't miss any of the garlic. Ooh, that smells so good. This is 1 tablespoon of minced ginger, and it's not chopped. You'll see I actually minced it with a little grater. This is 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. And finally, our last ingredient is a tablespoon of tahini, which I'm gonna scoop out here with this little spatula. And then, once we have everything in here, we're just gonna put the top on and give it a good shake. Okay, now that our sauce is all shaken up and mixed together, we're just gonna take 2 or 3 tablespoons, I'm gonna use 3 because we have a lot of veggies here, of the stir fry sauce. Put it right over the veggies. And we're just gonna give the veggies a little stir and kind of mix them in so that a little bit of that sauce is touching all the veggies. And then we're gonna move on to the next step.
So before you do anything else, make sure you preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're just gonna use a plain cookie sheet or sheet pan, no parchment or foil. We're gonna do everything right on the sheet pan. And put a little bit of olive oil. You can either brush it or use a paper towel to lightly coat your sheet pan with olive oil before you put your veggies and your chicken. So here we have already about a little over 3/4 of a pound of chicken. Cut it up into little chunks. And here are the veggies that we already chopped up. So I'm going to take a little bit of our stir-fry sauce and lightly coat the chicken. And we're actually going to use the stir-fry sauce a little bit later on as well. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the stir-fry sauce. And I'm going to give it a quick stir. And now I'm going to add the veggies and then give it a nice stir. And then we're going to move on to placing it right onto the sheet pan for our 1-pan stir fry. This really is a delicious and you can't get easier than this. And what I like about this is that you don't have to clean up your wok or frying pan, whatever you normally would use for a stir fry. You're not splattering any oil anywhere on your stove, so it makes the cleanup actually a lot easier. So I have everything here mixed up, and now we're just going to put it right on our sheet pan and put it in the oven.
Okay, so I've just lightly brushed a little bit of olive oil right on the sheet pan, and we're just going to take our chicken and veggies and kind of pour them right here onto the sheet pan. And I'm going to spread them out a little bit. We just think it does a little bit better, it gets a little bit caramelized on the bottom when everything is sort of touching the bottom of the sheet pan. So I would just take your spoon, spread it out. Nothing about this has to be perfect. One of the things I like about doing stir fry this way is, particularly at the end of a busy day, it's hands off. So if you come home and you're tired after work, or you're helping your kids with their homework, or even if you're having weeknight company over, you don't have to fiddle with stir frying it on the stove. You can do this hands off. So I'm just going to take a couple more tablespoons of this stir fry now, and I'm just going to drizzle it over the top. Now this is where you can really get a little bit, it's personal preference. How saucy do you really want it, right? I don't like to put too much on there. I prefer to add it on at the end, but that's personal. And now this is ready to pop into the oven. We're going to put it into our preheated 425-degree oven for 15 minutes. Okay, it's our favorite part of every video. It's tasting time. And everybody, you can add a little spice to this if you want. I've already put a little chili crisp, super spicy sauce on mine.
I'm excited to try this.
Raphael's adding some to his. It's really delicious. And we're going to go ahead and taste this easy peasy, delicious stir fry here. It's so good and so easy and so delicious. This is a great way to do a weeknight dinner using really whatever veggies you have in your refrigerator. It's hands off, it's delicious, and it's awesome for meal prep. In fact, we are going to use our leftovers of what we just made for our lunches this week.
Absolutely.
So we highly recommend it, and we hope you like this recipe as much as we do.
We hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you've tried making this recipe for our chicken and veggie sheet pan stir fry, make sure you leave us a comment down below to let us know what you think. The link to the blog post is in the description below for reference.
And also, please join our pod and subscribe to our free channel by clicking on the watermark that you see on the screen below. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye for now.
Bye.